Today we're out at the McCready Training Center for the South Carolina Army National Guard, and this is a site where we do two bird banding projects. We do a MAPS project, which is monitoring avian production and survivorship, and we're looking at productivity, how well they nest, how many young do they produce, the survival of those young, if they return from year to year. So we're looking at the nesting aspect of neotropical migrants, and those are the birds that come to North America to nest and go to the tropics in the winter. Bird banding is the process in which we mark birds, and we do that by using aluminum bands. And these bands have an 8 or 9 digit number that is unique. In other words, there are going to be no two bands that are numbered the same. So it's like making that bird an individual. We're giving them like a social security number. And these bands are aluminum bands, so they're lightweight. They do not affect the bird as far as flying. We do that for part of a mark and recapture research where we can band these birds. They then become an individual and they can be tracked. If they are caught by other banders or if they're found dead and those bands are reported, then we can understand the movements of birds, the migration of birds. We can understand how long birds live. We can do behavioral studies. And so it is a way of furthering those types of projects. We start our day bird banding. We'll get out usually just before daylight, and we open up the nets. Our nets are already in place. They're pinned and they're shut. So we have to unpin them, and then we spread the nets open, as this is the means for us to capture the birds. And then about every 30 minutes we go around and extract the birds from the nets, and we bring them back to the processing table here, and they'll hang them up behind me, and then we'll work them up and put the bands on them and take our measurements and things, and then they're released back into the wild.